I'm delighted to be here. Such nice energy in the room right now. I'm really delighted to see ambassadors being recognised for their work, but also the students that are here today to talk about their work. I haven't got to all of you yet, but I will be coming to you afterwards. Delighted to be standing here because I'm a result of all of the incredible mentors and role models that I've had coming up through the education system that got me to where I am today. She was the only one in a room of 30 people in UHN in Limerick that availed of this treatment called scalp cooling, which is something that you receive alongside chemotherapy treatment, and it cools your scalp to minimise where the chemotherapy is going. If chemotherapy doesn't go to your scalp, it doesn't damage the hair follicles in your scalp. That's the concept. So cooling minimises blood flow to the scalp. And that, in simple terms, I had to learn. That took me months to figure out at the beginning of the project. But then once I figured that out and how it worked, it was okay, how can I make this on a smaller scale? How can I make this low cost so that someone might be able to get this into their own hands, that it's not just my mum in a room full of 30 people that's using this device? So it was literally, and I think it's very on point that AI projects are here, is that I couldn't have gotten through that entire project without ChatGPT. It was a facilitator in how does cooling technology work, why do hair follicles fall out. It was all of these things that I had to do in 7 months and teach myself that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So I really do think that those projects are highly important in teaching us skills in AI, because it really facilitated my project at a very fast pace to learn a lot of information in a short period of time and then apply what I learned to technology and trying to piece everything together. My project is figuring out how cooling systems work and putting it into a small box so that someone can carry it around with you. It's a mini cooler, basically. In theory, I had to learn how coolers work for when you're in a van and you've got a mini fridge freezer. How does that work? And it was just looking at things around me and going, okay, well, how does that work? And if it works that way, can I apply it to this context? That was my one foot in front of the other. How does this work? And from that, then it just turned out that everything was very low cost and everything could become very small, and the more people I spoke to, the better it got. And then it got to a level where I could build it, which was really cool. So I ended up just buying a lot of little pieces on Amazon of, a computer cooling fan, a battery, a windscreen washer, pump for a car. It was just, what could I get my hands on to try and make this work? And I just put it together in a garage with my brother who's into cars, and that was it. That was how I brought it to life, and that really elevated it to the next level. It was just, I enjoyed this, and I thought, how can I make it fun? I can build it. That was my thought process when I went through it. So yeah, I ended up coming up with a concept at the end that I entered into the James Dyson Award thinking that I might get a CV, I might get some sort of shortlist, and then it snowballed from there, and I haven't expected the feedback and results that I did get.